Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for October 29th, 30th, and 31st. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, I'm going to be using my Radley Valentine cards. I'll be using my Angel Tarot cards for the main reading. I will pull one from my Archangel Power Tarot cards, and I'll pull one from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. I'm also, for the introduction, going to pull maybe we'll pull three for the weekend from my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Okay, now I still have a little bit of my throat thing, so I hope my voice holds out. I think it will. Anyway, if I start coughing, I'll put myself on pause and I'll come right back. I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. My job is just to deliver the message to whoever needed to hear it. Now, we do have a very big weekend ahead of us. If you went to my overview of Scorpio, a couple of things. I think I said that the partial or the eclipse was going to be over the new moon. The new moon will be a super moon, but the partial eclipse will be over the full moon in Taurus. So there's some, major energy with that. New moon is still very powerful, but it's the full moon that will have the partial eclipse. Okay, so that's one thing. I talked about how there were going to be squares with some of Saturn and Jupiter. Well, the 30th, Saturn will be squaring, I think it's with Scorpio itself, the sun in Scorpio. So expect some really strong, remember the square? Think about that as, the borders, the pressures are coming, the pressures are, building. Remember Saturn in Aquarius, I've been saying that is a, reality, reality versus illusion. And this is where reality is going to be seen more and more and more. And it could be very shattering. Well, it has been very shattering to many illusions. Now, Scorpio in itself is a great detective, so that in itself could be something that helps to do this. But remember, the square is kind of like the walls coming in. Okay, then we also have Mars transitioning, where it's been a little bit uncomfortable with Libra, but it's going into Scorpio, and it loves to be in Scorpio, so it's going to really push forward. Mars is the sign, the planet. You want to go to Greek mythology, Roman mythology, Aries, it's the planet, it's the god of war. So, interesting energy for this weekend. Now, let's go ahead and we're going to pull three cards to see. I'm always interested because I'll be feeling like, oh no, we got to run. And then something will happen. And it's like, oh, look at this wonderful weekend. Look at the energies, how positive they are for us. So let's see what we have for this weekend for just an overview. Now, let's go on one more time. One more time here. Remember, anything reversed has stronger energy. Oh, and as I'm putting the cards down, please remember to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. If you haven't been getting notifications, unclick, click again. Okay? Okay. So let's see what we have for the weekend as an overview. Lots of really strange energy. And remember what I said to around that 4th, 5th, 6th energy of November, when there's that with Uranus. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to the introduction or go to my website where I put my notes in my blog. Okay? And so that's kind of an expect the unexpected around that time. I think it might even be starting around the 3rd. Okay, let's see what we have here. First card. Harmony. Okay, I like this one. This is 6. This would be equivalent to the Lovers. There can be some healing. Now, and I know I've seen in some of my comments, yes, healing can hurt. But this could also be people coming together, people joining together. A lot of times with the Lovers and with Harmony, it's it's kind of an interesting trichotomy, because there is the great spirit looking down, but yet at the same time, the feminine energy is looking up. the masculine energy is looking at the feminine energy. So even though there is a division in all the energies, the heart, the Lover's card, the harmony, can be about healing, but it can also be about coming together. So let's see what else we have. Now that's reversed too. We have a 2. Okay, well, 6 is the number of man. And remember, too, the numbers are very important. You want to go on your search browser and just put the numbers in, put angel numbers. Gives you a different slant to the messages. 6, number of man. It's the energy that we put into something. 2 is joining together. So having that with harmony is not a bad card. It is joining together, but it's also following our intuition. It is, it is connecting with higher power. It is knowing something is happening. It is High Priestess energy, because these are 2 major arcanas in this deck. Or, if this was a full tarot card, these would be major arcanas. So it's listening to your intuition. It's kind of like, if you're kind of being told, this, I liken this to this. Many times this has happened to me where you're doing something and all of a sudden you're told to stop, or you're told to go that direction, and it's may not necessarily make sense. My gauge is, if it's not hurting anyone, listen to your intuition. Okay? Okay. Next card is Rejoice and Celebration. So this would be the 3 of Cups, 3 of water. Cups is water energy. That is Scorpio. It is Pisces. It is also Cancer, fluid, very emotional. So even though we have, there's a lot of real strong energies around this, but it looks like we can get through it in a very positive way. Now, this is also at the end of this month. We are also in what's called Samhein. There's different pronunciations. I think I'm doing the Scottish pronunciation of this, but we can, there's different Celtic type of pronunciations. So Samhain, this is a time when the veil is very thin. It's thought to be very thin between the natural and the supernatural. It is also a time for people to honor and to, just basically delve a little bit more so into their spiritual side and also into their ancestry side. So there's a whole bunch of interesting articles. There's things on Facebook, there's things on YouTube about what this is. It's not spelled as I pronounced it. It's Samhein, I believe. So you may want to take a look at that. But Rejoice and Celebration, this is those, in the traditional, this is tarot, this is those 3 crazy ladies dancing in the rain and just having a wonderful time. This is Cups raised. So these energies, coming together, listening to our intuition, ending in a celebration, this is quite wonderful energies. So my wonderful, subscribers and viewers, the energies, while they may be a little bit on the side, the tightening side, again, too, as we always, we are of the light. So as we are of the light, we continue to put out that positive energy, positive thoughts, positive words. And because of that, we counter a lot of darkness, possibly that could be seen, could be felt over this weekend. But we are the yin to the yang. So, it's what we do. So, okay. Let's go on now to our readings. Hello, my Cancers. Happy Halloween. Let us see what we have for my Cancers this weekend. Interesting energies. I'm always surprised when I do the introduction. Like I said, sometimes I'm like, oh, run. And then it's like, oh, look at this wonderful weekend. So let's see what we have for you this weekend. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. These 2 are reversed. Straighten them out a little bit. Okay, first card for my Cancers is Awakening. Okay, now a lot of times, okay, this is a 12. So 1, new beginnings. 2, coming together, pathways. It could be a 10 plus a 2, so 10's our transition. But again, twos are coming together, or it could be making some choices. Now, awakening, this is Archangel Gabriel, the divine messenger. You could be hearing news that just kind of pops your eyes open. Now, when this is the Hangman, it is looking at things a little bit differently. But I feel that this is, you're going to hear some news. Something's going to really kind of like, oh my gosh, is that really real? So I feel like it's going to be one of those, I know Epiphany is usually one of those light bulb moments, but this is one of those, it's really changing type of news for you. I do think it is in the positive. Okay, so I don't think it's like one of those, oh my gosh. I think it's, oh my gosh. It's, this is like changing type of energy going on. It is hearing something that could make some major positive changes for you. Now, what could that be? It could be that, maybe again at your work, you're in a job and all of a sudden you're given a promotion and with it, a big raise. So that would be something kind of, really kind of changing. Maybe you are in a relationship on the personal and, the person asks you to, move in with them or get married, get engaged, something like that. And that in itself could be changing. It could be you are already in an established relationship and, okay, I'm going to say it, you could, be finding out that your relationship is going to be growing. It's just kind of that type of energy for this weekend. Things that could be very positive, things that could be like game changers for you. Okay? So, but I feel like it's you hearing news about it too. So look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. And I do think that, no matter what, you do what it is that you need to do. Okay? Here we go. And it's all, and it's, if it's something that, again, I don't want to be negative with this, and I'm not, but if it's something that, somebody says, oh, let's go and get married, let's fly to, Las Vegas, let's fly somewhere, remember, and if it doesn't feel right, for the moment, it's okay for you to say no to that. But for the most part, and maybe say, well, I'd like something a little different, okay? It's okay for you to take a little more control over the situation or over whatever this is that's changing your game. Here we go. Next card. Balance. Well, that's just kind of what I was talking about, wasn't it? So we have the 1, the 10, 10 plus 4. 4 has stability to it. It has organization. It also has, some leadership energy to it. Balance is exactly what this is saying. So this is Archangel Zedkiel. And this is where I'm like, even though this game changer may be like, there's like, it's like, okay, so you get a raise and you're thinking, okay, well, I need to go buy that car. I need to go do this. I need to go purchase that. Don't spend the money before you have the money. That's kind of what balance is all about. If you're going to get married, don't fly off. Have the wedding that you want to have. It's just it's again, balancing the emotions with some of the logic. And remember the illusions with the realities. Okay? So this is trying to create, your mind, your heart, your emotions, all of it, trying to create a balance in your life. So part of it, I kind of feel like I said, the awakening is going to be kind of a game changer, but you need to step back just a little bit from all that excitement and try to keep some balance into it too. Because I could just see you being, like, well, let's go okay, yeah, this is real good. Let's go. No, let's balance a little bit. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for the perfect timing. Your last card here, the King of Fire. So now we have a king. King underlying energy is air, Aquarius, Libra. It's also Gemini. We got a lot of Aquarius energy. And Libra is still in our energies too. But it's kind of waning a little bit, but it's still there too. Now, fire energy is our Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. I do think there's going to be some Leo energy around the moon for the weekend. So you've got kind of all those 3 energies kind of, putting the spotlight on. The King of Fire is really someone that looks at the big picture and doesn't necessarily look at the now. he looks at the now, but he also looks at that future too. And so all the good things, all the game-changing things that are happening now, you know, it's kind of like putting it together so that it will still be there and it will actually be workable in that future. Okay? The King of Fire also focuses on the things that need to be focused, but does not get into the really nitty-gritty details. Okay, here we are. So the King of Fire, motivational, idealistic, ambitious, charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. So interesting with that. You know, like I said, this, you hear the news, I think, is game-changing. You need to kind of keep your balance because it's going to be kind of like, oh my goodness, I do think it's going to be in a positive way. You need to look at the big picture. You need to look at, you know, and if you don't think it's positive, you need to look at how it is positive, okay? So let's see. So I think you're going to hear some news that's going to really kind of shake you up a little bit, okay? But that King of Fire makes me feel like, you know, that it actually will work for you, and you know, if it's not now, in the long run, in a better way. Here we go. This one's reversed. The Knight of Gabriel. Now, Knight's underlying energy, fire. Gabriel, fire. Focus, you know, so basically this is a fire type of energy. Knights are focused wherever you want to lead them. They will go where you want to go, okay? This is the time for you to, even though I want you to have balance, this is the time for you to just do what needs to be done, okay? Because again, I'm not telling you to run off to Vegas, but it's time for you to be you know what this says, be a good communicator. It's time for you to put into action what it is you want done, okay? Not necessarily you know, it's time for you to take the reins of the situation, for you to take control of this situation, okay? Okay. So, confident, enthusiastic, courageous, charismatic. Time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. So you've got really strong major arcana cards here, and you have strong court cards here too. But you know what, you know, once you hear this once you hear this news, you'll know, you know, you have to take maybe a little bit of time to kind of, you know, get your balance back, but then you'll know what needs to be done. Okay? Okay, let's go on. Here we go. What crystal or energy? That's what the energies feel like very strongly here. It does feel, you know, it's get on your mark, get set, go type of energy again. Okay. Reversed, Labradorite, shamanic journeying, brave, magical powers. It also helps you with higher awareness. So again, like I said, I do feel like this is a game-changing type of energy. Game-changing, maybe news. You know, it's kind of like, I do feel that those doors keep opening for you, my Cancers. But remember to keep a little balance. Remember to, you know, even though your heart might be kind of like, let's do it, a little, you know, and that's kind of that King of Fire, is big picture, the Knight of Gabriel, let's go do it. You know, the one card is telling you to keep a little balance. Okay. Happy Halloween. Blessed Samhain. Now, my Cancers, please remember to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. As always, though, my Cancers, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.